Art history has been like one of the most rewarding classes I've had in all of my academic career.
Taking art history has allowed me to think differently about the world.
It's a new perspective of the world that we're so used to not seeing.
All the different types of art and the different stages of art and periods, and there's so much art.
It exposes you to different cultures around the world.
By joining art history, you gain a lot of knowledge that you wouldn't get from any other class.
You're learning more about indigenous cultures, you're learning more about people who challenge the norms of art.
It's made me think about my creative capabilities differently because I realized that everyone is capable of doing art.
You get to do interactive projects in class where you do games and surveys, and you get to do a whole bunch of practice for the AP Art History test. That comes in May.
At one point we did tableaus where we posed and pretended to be a piece of art, and then the class would guess which piece.
I think one of my favorite parts actually of this class was the fact that we were able to learn so many different things. It wasn't just art, it was history, it was culture, it was so many different aspects of the world.
You can also see the connections from prehistoric art to modern art to the Renaissance art.
And you get to see it through different lens than just reading about, okay, this is what's happening during this time. You actually get to see what people feel about what's happening during the time.
History influences art and how art reflects history.
My favorite piece was Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. It allowed me to see what an artist was feeling internally.
I really like this one piece, School of Athens. It was made when the Catholic Church was the power of the world, and the Pope was like, hey, artists, I want you to make these 4 paintings that put religion, science, poetry, and justice on the same level. I thought that was pretty revolutionary for that time.
One of my favorite art pieces is the Caterpillar Tracks. It's a funny little art piece that has the bottom of tank tracks with a lipstick on top of it, which, it's very interesting to see how that came to be.
The Fountain by Duchamp. He challenged the question about what art actually is, and he was the one who started the modern art movement.
Frank Lloyd Wright was my favorite architect that we were able to study. I loved his Falling Water, all of the different buildings that we were able to see by different people, different architects, their different views about the world and the way we should sort of interact with nature and the human-made world.
Or my personal favorite, Earth art, because with Earth art, you get to see how the environment changes the art over time and its lasting impact on people and the world around it.
Now I get excited when I see art just on the street or anywhere around me.
It really just shows you a lot of things that other classes don't show you, and it actually involves you, and I think it's, in that aspect, it's really cool.
In all, it just gave me a huge just understanding of the way our world worked and the way our world used to work in contrast of today.